be like, ooh, yeah, ooh. My life be like, ooh, yeah, ooh.
Hey everybody, welcome to Gamers Grits. Hey, what's up my fellow fans? I'm going to show you here how to cook meat and other food over the fire in Zelda Breath of the Wild for the Wii U. So, you can see here in K Village, I like to call it K Village because I don't really know how to pronounce it, but there's a fire, an open fire there. And where that open fire is, we can cook things like eggs, meat, vegetables, fruits over the fire, mushrooms, fish, even acorns. You can toast acorns. You can see some things here that we've cooked already. Other things, you can even cook the thistles in there. Those thistles that seem like they're good for nothing, well, if you cook them, I think they'll end up giving you like half a heart or something it shows there, for when you eat them, now that they're toasted. Those mighty thistles, you could toast them. Let's see here. Crab you could toast, the chicken legs or whatever. Not chicken legs, they're legs from those other creatures. Let's see here. We can test the snail. The snail turns into escargot. I'm going to throw some here on the fire. So basically what you do is you hit X to make it ready to out of your folder there. You hit A to add them to it, and then you hold them over the fire and then just throw them on. And then once you see that they're cooked and they change form there, you just pick them right back up and they're roasted. Let's see here. So we got some roasted trout and stuff. The typical result after you cook meat or mushrooms or something like that over the fire like that, typically 1.5 times its heart value. So that it gives you, so let's say it gives you 2 hearts, then it'll give you 3.5 hearts. Well, let's see, wait, say 2.5. Okay, well, let's say there's 3 hearts. It'll give you 4.5 hearts by the time you're done cooking that over the fire and pick it back up. So it's a great way of making use of what you have to give you more hearts. Here are the mighty thistles, which actually don't give you anything. You can't even eat them. But once you cook them over the fire, look at that. It gives you half a heart. Quite something. Now I've experimented with other things. The herbs, the flowers, things like that, they just burn up. And just disappear. They can't be directly put over the fire. There's another way where you can use those, and they actually come in great. And that's if there's a pan over the fire, which you can cook them over in that bird area where all the different bird people are. There's an area for cooking it there, and I'll show you that in one of my other videos here. So raw meat, yeah, that's probably the biggest one that I like to do is the meats right over the fire. Get seared steak, it turns into seared steak. Look at that, beautiful. You can even see. I tried the wing there. It doesn't do anything. I mean, the wings are just to sell to the merchants. They'll give you money for the wings. I don't know if there's another use for it. I haven't seen another use for them yet. Hey, look at that. You can even cook watermelon. You can put apples over the fire. In fact, it turns into a baked apple. And then you can take that baked apple to the woman over in the bird village who supposedly, if you have a baked apple for her, somehow saves her marriage. I don't quite get how that works, but that's how you do it. Yeah, raw bird drumsticks. Those, yeah, to turn into some great fried chicken. Roasted now. Roasted bird drumstick. Let's see here. What else can we try? I'll show you what happens to the other things that you can't really bake in a moment. The hearty truffles. Oh yeah. Oh, I think those might even have more dramatic change. Let's take a look here. Right. You start off with 2 hearts for the hearty truffles, and then I think it turns into maybe 4 hearts, maybe doubles. Let's see. Okay, toasty. There's the shroom. Oh no, 3 hearts. Okay, so 1.5 times. Yep, mushrooms there. Look at that. You see them, their heart values increase. It's awesome. Let's see, what else can we try here? The cool thing when you cook over the pan is that you can mix different ingredients together. And that's when you can get some pretty sweet combos, which I'll show in another video. Keep an eye out for that video. I'll show you that. Let's see here. Right now I'm just showing you what you can put over the fire. Just of themselves. The mushrooms. Oh yeah, look at how the wind picks those up sometimes. They also do that, like if you for some reason want to create wind over the fire, it always does it when you put chili peppers in the fire. You put the chili peppers in the fire, the wind picks it up, blows them up. I don't know why that is, it just happens every time. I don't know, maybe you'll have your use for the wind. You toast the eggs. It's great. Look at all that cooked food. Much better heart value. There's actually a lot of really cool things on Zelda. I really like the Zelda games, and I think they did a good job on this one. They even make. I thought it was interesting how they changed to where your swords can get destroyed. Believe it or not, from what I've read there, even the Master Sword can get dulled, so to speak, and you want to generally save it for Ganon, as far as I understand. Let's see here. Oh, there's the durian fruit. Those are awesome. And I can't believe they even get more awesome when you put them over the fire. Check this out. Look at that. Wow, 4.5 hearts. That's awesome. The durian. My bananas. You can even have the bananas roasted, and it'll increase in value as well for the heart value. Roasted radish. Oh, if you ever do the large roasted radish, at first look at it, you're like, what? Did it make it worse? But no, actually, it has the first heart has a little 5 next to it, and then there's a 6th heart. So that means there's 6 hearts value after you roast one of the big radishes. It's interesting. Sometimes it's hard to tell, especially if you're playing on a smaller screen. I've even made a recipe at which is more than 10 hearts. So it says a 10 next to the first heart, and then several hearts after that. It's awesome. It's like 15 hearts or something that I made a meal with. This is awesome. Yep, so, maybe don't cook up everything. I would say like 90% of your meats, it'd be nice to throw on the fire. But things that you want to mix later on in the mixture dish, like the wheat, the rice, the cane sugar, obviously that just burns up if it's directly on the fire and disappears, disintegrates. But if you cook it in the pot, you can really make some cool combinations. You can even put all the mushrooms, different kinds of mushrooms together in the pot too. The sad thing is that they'll only allow you a maximum of 5 items. Whether 5 items to put on the fire or 5 items to put in the pot to roast it. Put in the skillet. Yes, you can even do fruit. Palm fruit, yep. And yes, it does increase its heart value as well, which sounds kind of weird. You're like, roasted fruit. That's kind of odd. Okay, I can get the baked apple, but a roasted melon, I mean, that just seems nasty. But, it's a game, so you can get away with those things, even if it doesn't make sense. Check that out. Baked palm fruit, wow. Yep. And you can see there it's 1.5 heart value for the roasted fruit.